Okay. Hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Says we're live. This is G. You're watching Allastrology. This is your astrology live stream. So let's see what's going on. It is Saturday, April 18th, and we do speed readings, astrology speed readings. If you want your chart read, got to have your birth digits. That includes the birth time and location. So some of you already have your digits in. Some of you have already emailed. Speed reading for everybody. If you're somebody who wants a little bit more time on your chart, you can send a channel gift, Cash App, Venmo, and you gift the channel, and the channel gifts you with time on your chart. So with that all said, we're going to see what's going on here. Oh yeah, Allastrology at Gmail. If you don't want to put your digits in the chat, since the chat is the queue. Yep. Karmic Karen, I got you. I saw it. Thank you so very much. Yeah. So don't worry about it, Stacy. I see what you're saying. I understand it's confusing. There's always going to be two chats because there's a vertical stream and a horizontal stream. It's all good. I see they combine them all as one on my end. I know that doesn't help you. I really wanted a little bit more of my sage than that, or my cedar. All right. How is everybody doing? Who's here for a reading? Can you guys hear me? I don't know if I saw an answer. Let me see. Manifestation day. I like the sound of that. What are we manifesting? Oh, Karen, yeah, I see your question, a PayPal link. I do PayPal, actually. I just don't happen to have the link at this moment. I know. That's why I just put the Cash App or the Venmo. Those, yeah. Oh, I can hear you. Thank you so much. Okay. Stacy said I'm passing tonight. Okay. Sounds good. Let's start at the beginning. Hello, teamwork. Teamwork, are we taking a look? Hello, Christy. How the heck are you doing? Christy, teamwork. I sharp. Please give me a reading. Salt Lake City, Utah. I think I've done you before. I might have you in the system. I could be wrong though. Yeah. Hello to anybody who's new. I see. Yeah. I know I should say your names, right? That's what they tell me. But I got to get on the ball. So if you're getting a reading, get your digits to me, and then I will say hello to you then. How about that? Yeah, teamwork. Are we taking a look? Is teamwork still here? Teamwork, did you say if you were passing? So if you're in the chat, remember that's my cue. If you don't want a reading, if you're just here to be in a learning community or whatever, some people are just sitting around on a Saturday night bored. Let me know. Say I'm passing. Oh, teamwork did. Very good. Thank you, teamwork. All right, Christy. That would be you, Christy. You're up next. Did you say that you're passing? She might have already said that before. I'm moving. I get confused with the chats. I know, right? I mean, really. I completely agree. I'm passing tonight. Got you. But I didn't hear Christy say that. Christy says I'm passing too, working on stuff and junk. All right. Then you know what that means? Stacy said I'm passing. So that's the first three people that were here who said I'm passing. Karen, that means you're up. Just like that. Sometimes the shit goes fast. So you got to kind of hang out and see what's what. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, what are we manifesting, iSharp? Okay, so Karen, one word, what am I looking at? I'll make it your chart. I think I actually have your chart. I think you were here before. Let me get this on the screen for you. So when you guys are giving me your digits, yeah, put down. I don't read the chat. Once my focus gets to a chart, it's not coming back to the chat. You follow? I mean, until I'm ready to read it for a new person, and then I pick a name. Well, I go in order, of course, but I'm not reading. I'm not going back and forth between the chat and your chart. That's why people who actually will, if they have the means, they'll gift the channel, and then they can come on, and we can have a verbal rapport that doesn't require my eyes to read the chat. See, that's a lot easier for me. So I have to keep myself sane, and that's the way I do it. Make sense? We did just have a live stream this past Tuesday and the Tuesday before. So if you're here tonight and you're feeling like, I don't know, you have things that you have to take care of that you would rather be doing, you can catch me another time. That's fine. And if you're planning on doing that, please send me an email. Having your stuff ahead of time is a big help. Karen, so what are we checking out here? Karen, did you say what I'm looking at? What am I focusing on? I need to change my. So why are you doing live? Because I feel like doing live. Why am I answering? You need help. Oh, I need help. Karen, are you there? What am I checking out, Karen? Okay. All right. The usual. Love. I think that's what I looked at last time. And you said love with my Aquarius. Does that mean you have an Aquarian? Love relationship? All right, we got your chart on the screen. Karen, do you remember your chart? Are you a Virgo on the ascendant at 7? Virgo rising, Gemini moon? We got to have a accurate chart. Is this... Oh, great. So that's you then. This chart is you? 7 degrees Virgo rising. Gemini moon, 24 degrees. Yeah, that's a little tricky. Gemini moon, 24, right opposite of your Chiron. Ouch. Okay. Well, it's like an opposition between home and family, and the beliefs about home, feminine energy, values, and love is a big part of this, and always concerned about the future. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. That's that Chiron, that Saggy Chiron energy, love and my desires. But it's right at the opposite of your moon, so it's an emotional, yeah, it's connected where it says my emotional needs, my emotional security, my angsts about the future. But my emotional needs and stability are really kind of balancing on it for you. But the conversations and the communications, interesting thing about your moon is it's kind of like it speaks to a release and a let go, and not in terms of love necessarily, but in communication and communication style, learning, teaching. But it's also a beautiful, sweet surrender type of energy. And at that degree, probably pretty intuitive, actually. So, your 7th house, partnerships. And so you have an Aquarian, and your concern is a release ending and a let go, possibly. I mean, I know you're saying, is this going to be my last relationship? I will say this, that you're going to have Pluto here at 6 degrees in vertex. That's not happening until next year. Let me give you a detailed thing here to be super accurate for you here. Yeah, because Pluto goes retrograde. Oh, hold on. I got the Ay, ay, ay. Hold on a second. I got some Vedic stuff going on. There we go. We're going to stick with this chart because that's what we're looking at. Okay. There we go. So the Pluto goes a retrograde back to, so 2027 is where there's going to be a change and a challenge possibly in the department of romance. And it is an Aquarius because you have your vertex, which is a point of fate at 6 degrees, domestic energy. This is also work and job, though, but it is with group energy and friends, but it is placed in the house of romance. This is also children, fun, joy, and creativity. All right. So when Pluto gets back there, wherever Pluto is, it brings a change. It's usually on a deep level. So typically, what does that mean? It means that we make a psychological change inside. We're like, I need this. I need to do this. I need to take care of this. Now, let me look at some other objects quickly here. But again, this is not until next year, literally almost exactly a year away. You follow? And so there's a lot of time, but at the same time, let me see okay, I see why you got this concern. Okay. I mean, other than that other object. Did you have a little bit of a change and a switch up and a shake up within the home, but self? Um, there's gonna be, at the same time this year, this whole 1 year out thing, Venus will be in that Aquarius energy. And so it is new, exciting, and different. And this is your chart. So it comes down to you making a decision because your moon is all about options. It wants choices and options all the time. It likes to think, it likes to learn, it's extremely curious. And there will be Venus trining your moon at the same time, along with the North Node, which is my values and the future of my values. But see, that Aquarian energy is a little bit of a shakeup. Now, what does the shakeup mean? The shakeup can mean a lot of different things. It can just mean you guys need a refresh, right? It can mean you might need a little space. Your partner might need a little space. Does it mean the end of a relationship? Not necessarily. You want to know, is this your last relationship that you're ever going to have? Like, is this going to be your steady for the rest of your life? Because by this question, is this the last relationship for me? Yes, 5 years together in May. I'm assuming, yeah, this is I flipped back. So yes, we will be together in the future. That's what I'm assuming, what you meant. So I'm giving you the outlook right now. You're already getting it here, right? This is the beginning of March. Yep, this is the beginning of March. You'll start feeling the rumblings. It's just all about freedom and independence. And many times we just need to make some changes and to refresh things. So without seeing another person's chart, I wouldn't want to speak to say, I mean, to me, that's a big deal. And I don't want to go right out and say something like that. However, you do have Uranus energy that is making contact in a couple of locations in your chart. And usually that's disruptions and upsets. But again, you both would have to have these pretty strongly. And just taking a quick look, you will have the energy of, I need fresh and I need some freedom. But so, especially in the home and domestic, and especially at work, if you're working or working outside of the home or wherever work is at, your day-to-day routines are going to need like a refresh and a restart because of the objects that are going through the 6th house and that Pluto is on the point of fate. Now, this can be a health thing as well, just so we're clear, because your Pluto will be touching at 6 degrees. And that 6 degrees says that I need, there can be disruptions with, again, same thing, same keywords, day-to-day routine, something with my health possibly. It can be work related, projects, tasks. Without seeing that Aquarian chart for the love and seeing like what their stuff looks like, I wouldn't want to jump on it too soon, but it does look to be exciting. And if you're willing to be part of the exciting and different and new, then maybe it will flow smoothly and not be huge concern, because you will have Venus at this time in the month of February, right before the March I spoke of. Venus will be in your fifth house of romance and fun and creativity. And it's in Cappy, which is focused on what we're building for the long term together. So there's some positive things that you have, just taking a real quick look. But new and different and disruptive is on the menu for that timeline. All righty. All right. Who was here next? Let's take a peek. Let's see if I can. Karen, I think I saved your chart in here. Yeah. Yeah, we got you saved. Okay, so let's see what else is going on. Karen's all taken care of. Stacy, I think Stacy said pass. Yeah, she did. All righty. I'm okay. iSharp, are you here? Hello, iSharp. Here, please give me a reading. Date of birth. Are you still here? Let me get my phone so I can take a quick peek to see if you're here. And if you're waiting for your reading, you got to make sure that you are responding in the chat by saying, I'm still here. If I don't see that you're still here, well, that's a problem. So for those of you that are here, I got to give this live stream, I'm going to give it a thumbs up. I never remember to do that kind of stuff, like who does that? But let me take a peek here and see if I can see the chat and give it a thumbs up. Yay. Okay, so I don't see that I got a response from iSharp. So I'm moving to the next person. Okay, Karen, I'll email it to you after the live stream, okay? I appreciate that. And then that way, yeah. And that way we can figure out what's going on. So iSharp, I don't see you, or if you are, I didn't see you. Let me check and see if iSharp one more time. iSharp. Nope. Okay, next. Moving right along. If you don't answer when I call your name, I have to go to the next chart. Carmen Afrikaner. Are you here? Hi, I don't recognize your name, so I don't think I have your digits. All right, so I'm moving on. Let me keep scrolling. Richard says hello. Richard, do I have your digits, Richard? I don't think I have your digits. Maybe you passed on already. Digits. And hello, cutie pie to you too. iSharp said it's manifestation day, and iSharp had a magic act and disappeared. All right, so let's see. Looking to see who's next. Gee, did you see I need to change my time again? No. Stacy, I didn't. And yeah, I don't think I can keep up with you, girl. Honestly. iSharp says manifesting new friendships that are positive and possibly love, money. Okay, well, iSharp, if you're not here, I can't check that out for you. All right, so here we go. We got somebody else, somebody different. Kells. Oh my God, Kells. It's been so long. I recognize that name, and I know your digits are not in this room, in this software. It's been a long time. If you're still here and if you want me to do your stuff, get your digits to me, lady. It has been a long time. Hope you've been doing well. How do I ask for a reading? You put your digits in the chat or you send me an email. That's how you get your reading. For those of you who have the means, you send a channel gift and I spend more time on your chart. And if you don't have the means, you get a free reading. It's called the speed reading, but that's okay. Something's better than nothing. And you can, let me see if that worked. Yeah, you can send your digits to me. The time I gave you was the time my mom came out of twilight. Like I said, I can't keep up, Stacy. Just amazing. I see people throwing in their birthday, birth time, birthplace. I need it all. Kels gave me her. I need it all. Birth time, birth date, birth city, birth state. I need everything. I'm drawing up a full chart. This isn't like yeah. I'm all about the intuitions, but I use the astrology to confirm the intuition. You follow? That's just how I find the greatest accuracy. That's what I do. That's what works for me. And if you're putting your stuff in there, put it in a nice package, all in the same comment. Don't make me run around up and down the damn live stream looking for bits and pieces how to piece together your birth time. Again, a nice, sweet package, all in the same message to me. That's how we do this. I got to stay sane. All right, so we got somebody who got all their shit together, all the same. Look at that. Look at that. 12/28/1981, 9:34 a.m. CPH Denmark. You're going to have to help me on the Copenhagen. I was going to say you're going to have to help me on that. What in the hell is that? I got it, Joe. Oh, wow. Somebody has my PayPal and they're sharing it. Well, that was very nice. Oh, somebody doesn't know the time of day. If that's the situation, then you get what they call a noon hour birth time. Right? So that's just the dead center in the middle of 24 hours. You get the noon hour chart. There's no guarantee it's accurate or how accurate it will be. I'll put it like that. But it's better than nothing. So either way, get all your stuff together. And for your birth time, you do say, I don't know my birth time. Don't give me a noon hour. Tell me I don't know. Because then I know what I'm working with. I realize that it's not an actual birth time. But I need the location, the city, the state, and the birth date. Okay? Oh, iSharp says my internet is just slow. I know. I'm sorry. Like, that sucks, doesn't it? Yeah, that really does suck. So I got to get another chart going because I'm wasting time here. All right. So Mr. Reborn. Yeah, I'm all over the place now. We got people popping in their numbers and stuff and bits and pieces. Yes. Get it all together. Yes. Get it all together, folks. Yes. Making me lose my mind here. All right. Kinder person. Excellent. You did good. You did good. I see it all together. Very good. Okay. So I don't see a price anywhere. How does this work? These are some good questions, Mr. Reborn. This is a free reading. It's a speed reading. I have my Venmo and Cash App down below, right under the live stream. For anybody who gifts me that way, I spend more time on your chart. Otherwise, it's a speed reading. Okay. And we're here pretty much on Saturdays and Tuesdays. Some of the Saturdays, though, we do private readings. We do the same thing we're doing tonight. That's actually the last Saturday of every month. We do a private live. And that is definitely by registration only. It's very limited space. It's very private. People end up, we discuss things. We end up looking at things that are way more private. And it's good because we have a clear rapport. We're all at a table kind of thing. And then every second Saturday, we have astrology classes. Every second Saturday of the month, wherever you're at, whatever level you're at, doesn't matter. There's something for everybody to learn and refresh and whatnot. All right. So I am completely lost as to who goes in next. I know Kel's, I think, was next. And I see, yeah. Okay, sending emails. That's perfect. That helps. But you got to make sure you send them to the correct email. I just refreshed my email like 2, 3 times. There's no more emails there, just so y'all know. Okay, for people who are saying they sent their emails. Very good. Don't know my birth time. That's fine. I can give you a noon hour chart. Again, with the noon hour chart, you just got to remember you might be hearing some stuff where you're like, well, shit, I don't think, you know, because it's not your birth time. The best accuracy is with the birth time. Okay. So, Kels, are you still here? Because I don't know if you got your email all together or your information all together in one thing. I thought I saw you do that because I think you were all, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see Kels, but I'm just piecing it all together. iSharp says I'm still here. Yeah. You're still here, but definitely were not here when I called your name. So let me see if I have you. I do. So we're going to give you a real quick reading here. Let's pull this up. Remember, folks, you give me one word when you're giving me your digits, so I know what you want me to focus on. If you don't do that, you're going to get whatever comes through. I don't have time to go back to the chat. Once I look at a chart, I'm not going back to the chat to have a rapport with you. That's just the way it is because there's only so much time. If people gift the channel, then they can be on here with me at the same time talking to me so that I don't have to read the chat. I can hear what they're saying. But they've paid for the extra time. You follow? It's the most fair thing I could think of, other than saying, well, if you want to do this, then you just got to get it, you just got to seek me out privately. But this is my way of trying to help people, especially if people don't have the finances. I mean, that's just the reality. Astrology readings are not cheap, and I know that. Okay, so let's get this on the screen. I think this is what we're looking at here. And yeah, we'll get that going in a second. Some people, I think, need to see it. That way you can see how this all works. So iSharp, did you say what I'm focusing on, or did I see that? I don't think I saw it. So we're just going to go with damn phone. I never get to see all that. Now I know why. Like Stacy said, it's only going to show you one chat. Okay, so let me do that. Let me focus on that then. Okay, so your Cancer energy jumped out right off the bat. So let me see what's going on. Okay, so your sun is on your ascendant. Oh shit. Okay. Well, this makes this tricky then. I don't know if because you're by the minutes, it's so close. If Venus is your great benefic or if Jupiter is. And Jupiter, like I said, the Cancer and the Jupiter energy was kind of what jumped out. So okay, so values, love, family, women, but home and the past is really big. Okay, creator and destroyer energy, I see it where your north node is in your fourth house. Family and home is really big in general, but the wounds of the past are huge. There's, yeah, Scorpio energy, we connect to trauma. It's also like super detective energy, really psychic energy. It's emotionally penetrating energy. We always got to be really careful with that kind of energy, but you have a lot in your chart that screams the past. You have a point of fate that talks about the past. You have your north node that talks about the past. You have your Uranian energy in your significant relationship. So there's a lot of karmic energy here. There's a lot of freaking history. So women, feminine energy, values, money, maybe banking and finances. You've got like a superpower up there in your 10th house. If this is like a good chart for you, like it's accurate, you've got a superpower energy. And it's also speaks to the public and working with the public, possibly. So again, whether it's in finances, building something, building long-term financial security. Um, yeah, I wish I knew if Mars or Jupiter, like which one was your thing. Your Saturn is in your 12th. So we're just going to stick with this Cancer energy. Jupiter, very soon, literally in the next couple of months, you're going to have Jupiter touching in where it's going to connect with duties and responsibilities. Very serious energy. It's going to probably increase rules and restrictions, possibly even. And it's like regulation energy. It might slow things down even. Now, in your chart, because it's in your 12th house and it's with emotions and family in the past, whether this is your mom, whether this is female people in your life, or just people in general who feel like they have a nurturing quality, Jupiter is going to expand upon that. There's going to be more of that. But the thing is, you might experience bouts of depression. You maybe have experienced bouts of that in the past, or these feminine people in your life, or mom energy, home, family, mom in general, because of the connection to residual energy, whether it's soul energy, another lifetime, soul memory, however you define it. The Jupiter is going to touch on that Saturn energy. So it can have some beautiful benefits, because for you in your chart, the benefit is that it won't last very long, and then it'll have a beautiful strong trine to home and family, to your north node, the public and women. Now, when I say home and family, this can be property and housing as well. All right. And a beautiful strong trine with Jupiter. If Jupiter is your great benefic, this can give you options with home and family. It can expand upon your home and family. Some women even get pregnant and have children during this time, because it's fourth house. And anyway, there's a lot of feminine, strong, creative energy happening here. Let me see, 75. Yeah, maybe not. But again, it could be property, and there are many ways we can expand our home and grow our family. But yours, there's a healing that's what you're really looking for here. There's a resolving and a resolution of the past and the past traumas and some of that ancestral stuff. So it's looking like the timeline on that is going to start for you around May 18th, and then moving forward all the way to June 18th is when it becomes even stronger. And then by July 18th, everything's changed. By the beginning of July, everything has changed. It's things are even more optimistic, more bright, more fun. So that's just kind of a heads up that there is a time where things may get very serious and may feel very heavy for you. And there might be a lot of stuff, a lot of karmic energy, a lot of deep psychological stuff that you're processing and dealing with. But again, this isn't going to last super long. Okay. So just keep that in mind going forward, that it might be some clouds, but there will be some sunny skies shortly after that. As soon as the end of June, soon as the end of June hits, that last week of June, you're going to start feeling that change. Okay, so but you're going to be doing more. There's still a little bit more that has to kind of work its way out, okay? All right, next person. I don't even know who. I think that goes to let me see if that one person. I think I need a tissue. I sent a Cash App. Really? Okay, some people have sent. Okay, I see. I got you. Whoever was saying they sent stuff, I'm in the email now, and legitimate emails are here. Very good. Um, okay, got you, Lisa. Okay. All right, so here's the thing. Let me know if your email doesn't match the name that's showing up in the chat, that's where it gets tricky for me. So you just got to make sure I'm clear as to who you are so I can match. You follow? Melissa, okay, yours was clear. I got that because that matched. That's good. You did. You did. You did excellent, Melissa. I saw that. You did a very good job. Okay. And 3333. Yeah. I got yours as well, I believe. Let me. Oh, yep, I see it. Very good. You did it right. Okay. All right. Now, do I have your birth digits? That's when I would need your birth digits. Okay, so we're moving on. We're going in order here. And I think Kel's left, so I'm going to go back. I did I sharp. The next name was, I think his name was, what was that? Mr. Reborn. Is Mr. Reborn still here? All right. Mr. Reborn, I'm calling out your name. You got to respond. You got to be listening. If I call out your name, you got to respond. I see you got your digits here. But maybe you left already because you didn't send an email, which is fine, but you did give me your digits here. So I'm going to say your name one more time. Mr. Reborn, did you leave? I'm going to move on. And, if I move on, folks, that just puts you to the back of the queue, okay? It's not like, screw you, we don't want you here. No, it just means, oh, Mr. Reborn said, I'm here. Very good. All right, let me get your chart drawn up real quick. I see you, owl. 200 or 20 owl. Okay, so let me get Mr. Reborn's digits and let me get this drawn up. Where did Mr. Reborn's stuff go? Oh. Man. The chat disappeared. Yeah, did it disappear? Because I'm like, where did his digits just go? You had it all together. It was like a one-liner. It was perfect. And I might be scrolling too damn fast. There it is. I got it now. Yeah. Okay, let me get this on here. I don't see a one word as to what I'm looking at for you, though. I didn't see that all this time. Come on, people. Come on. If I got to ask you about what it is and you've had your stuff there the whole time, you're not helping me. Come on, help me out. Help me to help you. Get your stuff together and let me know what I'm looking at. Like one word as to what I'm focusing on. And if I don't have that, you're going to get whatever jumps out. That's just the way it is. So December 28th. Oh, I got to write that out. I'm over here writing the digits like the software is like, you're nuts. December 28th. Okay. Oh, did I really do that? I did. Oh, my housemates, I swear to God. I need headphones, but I don't want to wear headphones. They bother my ears, but I can hear so much stuff I don't want to hear. You know what I'm saying, guys? Anybody else have that issue? Yeah, where it's like, do I really need to hear all that? All right, so Mr. All right. Did you give me a birth? Yeah, 934. Very good. Okay. Question is, can I spell Copenhagen? My spelling is atrocious now. I think I did it. It'll tell me. It'll be like, that doesn't exist. Have you seen your chart before, dude? Mr. or Mrs. I don't know who this is. I said dude. I apologize if it was wrong, but I know, man. I can't stand the damn headphones. I don't like things in my ears. The earbuds hurt my ears. I found a pair that I can wear, but I can't wear them for long. You have seen your chart before. Wonderful. I love that you are attentive and you're listening to what the hell's going on. All right, so the chart that I have here is showing a Capricorn on the ascendant, 20 degrees. And I'm seeing a moon, a Capricorn moon at 27 degrees. Is that you? Wow. Yeah. Yeah, these are pretty powerful people. They tend to get shit done. Oh God, my ears are yes. I yes. And then I don't like the big things on my ears. They feel like they're being crushed. Lots of Capricorn. Okay, so again, I'm going to ask you, Capricorn sun at 6, Capricorn rising at 20, Capricorn moon at 27. Yeah, that's a triple Capricorn. And I know you said lots of Capricorn, but the degrees matter. So the 20 degrees on the ascendant matters, and the 27-degree moon. Is that correct? That's what I'm asking you. Since you've seen your chart before, can you confirm that yes, those are my degrees, those are my digits? Okay, you're going to have Jupiter. Ooh, you're going to have Jupiter on your descendant. You had a Jupiter trine Jupiter in the last year. Okay, interesting. You have Jupiter at 5 in Scorpio. Okay, I'm curious. All right. So 22 degrees, nodes right on top of your ascendant and your descendant. Okay, so you must not know your moon degree and you must not know your ascendant degree. So what that tells me, which is fine, that means I'm just going to read the chart as it is. And if you come in 5 minutes or 10 minutes and tell me, no, that's not right, then I'm moving on to the next person. And I've had a lot of experience at that too, let me tell you. Okay, looks correct. I'm not. Okay, that's fine. Thank you for communicating. That's all I need, somebody to communicate. Yeah, Jennifer, I see that. I see what you're saying there. Whatever it is, it drives me nuts. Yeah, I have elf ears. Like if I take this off, I have the pointy ears. And yeah, I like your reasoning. I like that. All I know is it bothers the crap out of me. So, yeah, you're going to have Jupiter over here on descendant of relationships. And interestingly enough, the timeline on that is not going to happen when Pluto touches your Venus at 8 degrees. Now, with this chart, this tells me, if this is accurate, that Jupiter is your great benefic. Okay? So this can bring on lots of new partnerships, and they can be business related because it'll be in your 7th house. You follow? So Jupiter's right now in the house of health, home, family, health. Strong feminine energy, possibly working with the public. Possibly working with the public. Communication. You have a moon at 27, so communication is big. But the 22 degrees, you're going to have Jupiter on your north node. But again, this is going to be triggered. This will be triggered for you. Yeah, end of April, beginning of May. Jupiter's going to be triggered there. And so what that means is an abundance. Jupiter's going to bring more opportunities. Usually Jupiter is very beneficial. And according to your chart that I'm looking at, it should be beneficial for you. Jupiter is usually exalted and does wonderful, brings just wonderful things for the present. And it kind of combines some stuff from the past. It brings us some wisdom. It's optimistic. It's adventurous. And opportunities are abundant. Opportunities and abundance are Jupiter keywords. So having it in the 7th house for partnerships, it can be love, but also business and professional. Okay. And your north node in your Cancer energy is there in your 7th house. So this is going to get triggered by Jupiter. Okay. So it's saying that, yes, you value home and family, but your north node, this is what your soul came here to do. Like our south node is where our superpower is. It's like our innate abilities that we just have a gift. But the north node is usually something we have to kind of work at. Okay. So your north node is your soul's goal, is telling you um, not to give up on your ambitions and your goals and working hard towards building something financial and tangible, but to balance it with empathy, kindness, and sensitivity. That's the goal of your Cancer North Node in relationships, personal and professional, to bring on more empathy, more nurturing qualities, more kindness, more when we think of mom, okay, nurturing energy. We're just a little bit more understanding and compassionate. That's the goal there. Yours, I'm going to be straight with you, can be tricky because your node is at 22. That's a Saturn degree. Saturn is hard and cold. So this, if you have noticed, this is a little tricky for you to be warm and nurturing. It would be for that reason. This would also mean you might attract people who are like that, who are very much more of, they've got like the strong mother and father qualities, authority figure energy, boss energy. And so, well, boss energy, these people have to be bosses, right? And if they end up trying to be nurturing and kind, then they usually, yeah, then nobody listens to the boss, basically. But there are ways to do that. Trust me. I mean, women have been doing it for eons, and they have the ability to be the firm mother, but then and be nurturing and loving. But then when the mama bear comes out, oh, she comes out. It's the protector. It's the do as I say type of energy with the firm look, with the firm voice, but it doesn't have to be mean. And then it can be available for an emotional connection, which is what Cancer energy is wanting for you to work on. Your soul, actually, not Cancer, but there's your soul. So what I am saying is, this is May. This is May. You're going to have this opportunity beginning at the beginning of May, and it's going to last. The timeline on this the timeline is going to be for about 3 weeks. And then after that, the Jupiter will be in your seventh house still of relationships. So if you're able to do this, you will may find that you're going to have more opportunities because that's what Jupiter brings us. So when you mix Jupiter, the wise sage type of energy that talks about the future, and you combine it with that north node, then, what I mean by combine it with your north node is taking care of your soul's goals. When you move forward with what your soul wants you to do, then you will get those opportunities. Jupiter can be lawyer and law energy as well. So again, seventh house, same thing, lawyer, law, contracts. Good things can come when the empathy and the nurturing are embraced. I have a gaming headset with a mic. I love it. I've heard yours, Christy. It sounds wonderful. Does it bother your ears? That's my big, big, big concern. And of course, the sound. If it sounds like crap, I'm not doing it. Sound bothers the shit out of me. If something sounds bad, it really drives me crazy. It really makes it easier to edit videos too, using a microphone. For me, I don't sound as horrible. I like my voice better that way. I'm like, okay, I can handle this. All right. Oh, thank you, Christy. I appreciate that. Okay, so let me go see who was next. Let me see where you guys were in order. We've got Melissa and we've got Alyssa. How wild is that? Lisa? Okay, so let me see how that's written here in the chat. Let me see where you guys show up. Okay, so I see. Hi, just popped in, but would love to get insight. How do we give you the digits? All right. Did you put your digits in the chat? Or maybe you sent them with your. Oh, you did. Okay, good. Very good. You sent your digits. Oh, excellent. Yeah, that was a good job. So then are you Lisa? I'm sorry, because I think I said Alyssa. Are you Lisa? I just want to, make sure I'm pronouncing stuff right. Sometimes yeah. All right, you were next in the chat, so we're going to get you in here. Let me get your chart drawn up. So, Mr. Reborn, I've saved your digits. So I think next Saturday we're on a private live, right? But yeah, like I said, I've been able to make the live streams every Tuesday too, so that's good. You can always catch me then too. All right, so Lisa, I guess that's the name I'm going to put in the on the chart. Okay. Okay, let's see if we can get this going here. Yeah, that's what I needed. All those threes, that'll help. Okay. All right, so we have a June birthday. Excellent. Got the birth year and we got the birth time. Your birth time doesn't have an AM or a PM on it for Lisa G333. Is this AM or PM? Let's see if you gave me the answer. AM. Thank you. Yep, that's important. Have you seen your chart before, Lisa G333? Oh, I spelled that wrong. No, I just didn't capitalize it. Have you seen your chart before? Did you answer that? Do you know what your moon sign and what degree it is? Your rising sign? Your screen keeps freezing? Oh, well, that sucks. That's your internet. Yeah. Okay, so can you confirm? Where did your digits go? The software always gives me a really hard time with the District of Columbia. What the hell? Okay, can we get this out of the way? Oh, Lord. Okay, let's see if it... Okay, so what I have, and you can confirm real quick, I have a Taurus rising, Taurus ascendant at 19 degrees, another person with their north and south nodes on the ascendant and the descendant. I have an Aries moon at 13. Ooh. Is that you? You would know if that's you. Yeah, okay. All right, your screen keeps freezing. No worries, as long as you can hear me. That's your internet not moving. Yeah, it's the slow speeds. It's hard. You gotta always pay for the extra stuff. Okay, let me save this for you. Yeah, so this Aries moon, uh, this is gonna be a big deal. We're gonna work on this. This is pretty much Saturn's eventually gonna get here. Uh, that is going to be let me get there for you. We'll tell you. Yeah, we got Mars and Saturn together right now up in the sky. Hard work, taking actions with work, duties, responsibility. And then look, by May, the beginning of May, you're going to start to feel it. You're going to start to feel duties and responsibilities, maybe even restrictions, but work, yeah, on your moon. So your moon can represent your feelings and your emotions, but can also represent your family, your childhood, can also represent your mother and your home, the sticks and the bricks. It can mean all of that. It can represent all of that. So when Saturn gets there, it brings on more work, more duties, responsibilities. Things feel heavier. Dude, I have known a lot about this. Woo, I went through it with my mom. Oh my God. I mean, I'm still in it, but I don't have Saturn on my moon anymore, and I'm glad I'm done with Saturn on my moon. It just everything just felt really heavy. It just really did. And we might even feel a little on the depressed side, but with an Aries, I don't have my moon in Aries, so you're fortunate. Aries is usually vibrant and optimistic, um, fast-paced, fiery, quite courageous, passionate. So I feel like your moon having Saturn there might actually there might be some benefits as far as um, following through on something and being more diligent and more disciplined and less about me. And I'm only saying that because that's Aries energy. It's really me focused. And yours is at the me degree. Just want you to just saying. Okay. So with that said, that timeline begins in May. Okay, so like the first 15 days, like by day 15, maybe just a little bit sooner, you'll be feeling it, and then it'll get stronger as June comes, and then Saturn will pass over your moon, right? It'll pass it up. Now, this can have to do with work as well, because it's duties and responsibility and work. It can also represent what we're building and working on, and it can also represent long-term commitments. So maybe there's something that has to do literally with home and the sticks and the bricks. You do have fire, uh, Leo energy down in your home. So having Leo down there and things are changing though. Things are definitely changing. I'm looking at June already and now Neptune started its retrograde. You have Leo at 0 at home. Oh, interesting. Okay, so fascinating. You're going through some 4 4 4. Yeah, this is a really interesting time, but you know what? You don't have anything at all of these degrees. All right, well then you're probably going to go through this and be like, "Oh, okay." Because for Aries, yeah, it might not feel nearly like for me, mine felt like I was kind of, yeah, it was heavy, it was a burdensome, and it almost felt like it was quite overwhelming. But I'm a Pisces moon, okay? Very different than a freaking Aries moon, way different. So I feel like it's gonna be just another walk in the park for you. And the only thing that I think is gonna be harder is when the Saturn starts to retrograde because it begins right there at 14. Right, your moon is right there at 13. So I think that you will probably notice and it will feel a little bit more serious because that's a key word for Saturn. Things get quite serious. And so that's when the Aries is like, oh, so we're talking July. Okay. That'll be around the month of July. Things will get a little bit more serious for you in terms of family and home and feeling maybe even, things heavier with more work to do, but definitely more work in the home and that mom energy. that mom energy, duties and responsibilities. I'm just trying to see if you have other things that are lining up at this time. It doesn't seem like you do. So I feel like this is going to be like not too big of a deal. But there's something here that's going on anytime our planet retrogrades over a really important point in our chart, which would be a moon. That's a big deal. It just, the Aries moon just might you really need some of Saturn's discipline. Aries is very physical in general, and they want to just take action with things. And I feel like that moon, having Saturn going back over it, is going to help it to probably. And again, this is not a punch at you or saying that you're not already a grown person, but Aries energy likes, let me put it like this. It's the fine wine energy, meaning it truly matures and develops all these beautiful flavors and nuances and really becomes this lovely, lovely energy to be around once it's aged. That's really how Aries energy operates best. And it becomes quite an inspiration actually at that time. And so because Saturn's going over, there's something here maybe about the naivete. There might be some, again, ego or things from that are childlike, that Saturn's working on with you. Okay? So that energy also plays out with karma for you. There's a lot there with karma and your moon and the past, because in a way, even though you're an Aries moon, it's sitting in your 12th house. Okay. So the 12th house is that placement of sensitivities. So you might have sensitivities to your body, to your head. It might be extremely sensitive about home and family and mom. And with mom and the moon, there might even be some mother wounds because there's a lot of karmic energy involved. And Saturn's going to be going over that. So if you do feel those bouts of depression or feeling like things are daunting and heavy, just keep in mind that it's not going to last forever. The hardest part will be in July when the Saturn's doing its retrograde. Well, you'll feel it most strongly. And then once it passes over your moon, I'm going to give you that date. Once it leaves your moon alone in that retrograde, like gets away from your moon, it should feel very different. You'll start feeling an ease, but that's not until like September, October, end of September and October, where retrograding Saturn has got the hell off of your moon. So there's a decent amount of time there where you'll be feeling this, but I think you're gonna be fine, because by then Jupiter is in your 4th house. And it's very optimistic. It's in Leo. It's fiery. It's up. Yeah, I think you're going to be just fine. But home and family and mom are truly lit up that whole time for you. Okay. Okay. So now the next one is, I think we had Melissa. Did I say that right? I might have forgot. Melissa. Is Melissa? Are you still here? Okay. I got your digits, Melissa. And thank you for the channel gift from the last person that I just read. I think I called you Lisa G. And Melissa, if you're still here, I hope you are, since you sent a channel gift. Thank you very much. I'm always grateful. When you guys help the channel, you help me help you. And let's see if Melissa's still here. I'm sure she is, since I gotta. You are welcome. Yes, you are welcome. Melissa said I'm here. Great. Absolutely. Okay, good. This all resonates. Okay, good. Yeah. Again, remember Lisa G, or yeah. Jupiter is going to be helping you out. It gives you a lot of optimism. It gives you a lot of wisdom in general. And things will feel like they're moving fast for all of us. So it's better than going through something difficult and this shit just dragging. We don't want none of that. All right, let's get this other Melissa. Let's get Melissa drawn up. So I've saved you in our system, Lisa G, but just remember you're here as Lisa G. Sometimes people come back and they give me out. They give me different names, and then they're like, but my digits, you have them. I'm like, oh, well, it's under a different name. Okay, so here's your, Melissa, have you seen your chart before? Oh my God, what's going on with my freaking stuff here? There we go. Is that the same name? Melissa, me, what is that, 188? I'm just going to do what you have there. And that's better that way. Okay. And then did you have a focus, Melissa? You didn't tell me what, if y'all don't let me know what you want me to focus on, then you'll just go whatever comes to me, whatever I'm intuited to tell you. Make sense? Oh, good. You got your birth time, 6:02. Very good. That makes me happy. All righty. Melissa, did you want the link? Do you want to jump on here? Did you want to be able to talk to me? You sent an amount that would enable you to actually get the link if you want it. You don't have to. Oh, Melissa said no, anything that comes up. Okay, no problem. Let me verify the chart with you first. I don't know if you said you've seen your chart or not. Let's get this on the screen so you can see it. This chart is showing March 8th, 1984, 6:02 a.m., Mesa, Arizona. A Pisces on the ascendant, a Pisces sun. Ooh. A Mercury at 17 in Pisces. Ooh. Not ooh as in ew, but ooh. I have quite a bit of some of those energies myself. That's why I said ooh, like you're a Taurus moon. Ooh, more oohs. Oh my God. I'm seeing a lot of these charts tonight, folks, that like a lot of y'all's charts resonate with mine. Like, what's going on here? So if you've seen your chart before, is this you? You're a Taurus moon at 21, a Pisces ascendant, 0 degrees. Do those two things match? Do you know if that's you? I'm on. I'm not sure what that means, but are you listening? I don't want to read a chart that's not yours. So I like to try to get some confirmation to make sure that, but if you've never seen your chart before and you don't know, or you've seen it, but you just don't know, that's fine too. Not everybody has their shit memorized. You can just say, gee, I don't know. Just read for me. Okay. That's what I'll do. Okay. So you have Jupiter trining right now, trining your Mercury and your Sun. Woohoo. You have an 8-degree Jupiter. Jupiter is not your great benefic. Venus is 22 degrees in Aquarius. Group energy, friends, boss energy you have. Wow. So, wow, how does this work? This is your great benefic, but it squares your moon. Oh, remember, moon is mom, home, and family, and it squares your Venus. So, feminine energy squaring feminine energy. That might be tricky, especially if mom presented herself. A Taurus moon mom was soft-spoken, mom was creative, mom was very fixed, likely, of course, but mom all about the food, making the food possibly. We think Taurus energy, love, smells, scents, nature, growing food, cooking food, eating food, sweets, for sure. Maybe some wine, 21 degrees. But maybe problems with authority figures, especially if there's feminine authority figures, or even feminine friends who come across as being bossy. There's some karmic stuff there. There's some past life stuff, some subconscious stuff there. Um, so that would be tricky. And you do have 28 degrees on a house cusp line, domestic energy. You have 28 degrees. That's moon energy. This is also the public too. So you have the wound energy that's, oh, okay. So do people tell you that you have a nice voice? You may have actually been, when you were a child, slow when it came to speaking. And you may have even, because of Mercury and Pisces is never wonderful for learning to read and write and speak. It can be tricky. Singing, though, would be good. Definitely would be good. I'm drawn back up to the Jupiter energy again because it's not your great benefic, but it is trining your first house. And so you have Jupiter right now in the 5th house of romance over here. Children, romance, fun, joy, laughter, play, feeling like a kid again. And so it's connecting with you, your physical body, your appearance. Jupiter's optimistic and wants to look to the future. So looking to the future with, feeling confident about the future, but maybe something with children and family and mom and mother wounds. Understanding, because that's Pisces. It can give us understanding. There can be a healing. There can be a release. So that can be beautiful. And okay, you don't have anything there or there. Oh, you have a retrograde Saturn. Okay. I got to ask you this question. You could just throw it down in the chat. For folks who have a retrograde Saturn, even though your Saturn trines your Mercury and your Sun, the retrograde Saturn people, they say that they feel like they've lived this life before. Like they're repeating lessons and stuff. Just kind of curious. You have Uranus at your midheaven. Whoa. So that means career, unique, different, technology, maybe solo, like individual kind of stuff. But you've got the sign of the Aquarian at your midheaven, the adventurer, the astronaut, going on a journey, very freaking independent. Freedom is like effing huge here. So boss energy again comes up huge for you, which tells, you probably should be the boss. Yeah, you have a lot of markers for boss energy, actually. Jupiter is a boss. It's wise. That's why Jupiter keeps popping in my head. And you've got it at 8 degrees, like insurance money, corporations, other people's money. This is, the researcher, the detective, lots of work, lots of stuff that I'm building on. But you got it in group energy too. So it can be online. And so when we get the Leo stuff happening, let me check out the Venus thing for you. Okay, so you have Pandora's box at the opposite of your Venus. Oh, that might suck. Okay, that might be a little tricky. Okay, so we're going to go. I feel like I'm being thrown in a lot of freaking directions here as I'm staring at this chart. Like there's just a lot that's jumping out, like all at the same time. Let me put the transits on. Not that makes it look less confusing, but just looking at your natal chart and understanding where the transits are, it just seems like there's a lot that just keeps coming. And it might be the overwhelming feeling of not having, well, I shouldn't say this. Sometimes Pisces in the first house, especially a 0 degrees Pisces ascendant, finds it difficult. Like sometimes these people will tell me that complete strangers will walk up to them and invade their space. Like they might even touch them. like, not it doesn't have to be in an inappropriate way, but people might easily overstep boundaries, personal space, and not realize it, and you might have to actually, like, remind people, you might need to step back and or say something, but because it can feel really easily overwhelmed, and having Mercury and the Sun mixed together, um, can can be a benefit to your Mercury as far as communication, thinking, and talking. And so right now, this Jupiter, right, giving it a big boost. And so have you been talking with home, whether it's back home or with family? When people have Pisces on the ascendant like this, sometimes their home is so I think sometimes they don't feel quite right where they're located. Like they need to be somewhere that's far away, foreign land, foreign country, and absolutely water would be important for this energy. Getting in the water, baths, like all that kind of energy would be important. The fascinating thing is you have your vertex point right on your Mercury, which means communication. So whether they're digital, communicating with people who are far away, people that are behind closed doors, or it's kind of energy that's not out in the open. It's kind of like backdoor communications. You have this vertex, which is fated energy here. So with your fated energy and your communications and Jupiter trining all of that, I'm praying that was beneficial for you. And then brought you some wonderful opportunities, and likely because it was Jupiter in your 5th house, it could have been romantic opportunities. It's possible, and these would have if it happened, it would have probably felt like people where there was like a soul connection or an ancestral connection, possibly even. Doesn't mean you have to be the same blood, but they're like something similar in our ancestry as far as our heritage and where our mother country is and that kind of energy. Um Because this Saturn is still kind of part of this with your Jupiter by the transit. So let's kind of move along, um, and address I see you have a Chiron at 28 in Taurus, and Venus is gonna get there, and you recently had Uranus on top of that wound about my values, and Taurus energy is cautious energy, and so in terms of speaking and communicating and even writing, sometimes I mean, yes, they desire those things are important to them, but with a wound here, you might have an extra level of sensitivity or used to have a sensitivity to learning, reading, writing, speaking even, um, and, being cautious, and remember, Taurus is the throat. So, this is why I don't know if that was you or if I said it to somebody else, where we might speak late in life, we might, begin talking late, or reading and writing late because it's in your 3rd house, and especially the speech, the throat, that chakra with that wound there. But mom energy comes up again, and the public and feelings. So when we have our emotions, I struggled with this for a long time, so I understand this. Not that it's exact, but it's similar where our emotions can get so powerful. And for you, it's going to be wounds from the past. It might not be something that you can connect to this lifetime. Right. Oh, joy. Or you were so small you don't remember it, but probably a combination where the emotions can override our ability to actually speak. Like it just gets stuck right here. It's almost like we can feel a knot right in our throat. Right. So it's like that throat chakra has to get healed and has to open up. That would be that blue light energy. So I don't know if that helps you, but blue light energy, yeah, maybe you've already gone above and beyond it. But this Uranus was was here when it was retrograding. It touched that. So it would have brought that up for you. And now Venus is going to come along, and she's your great benefic. I said all of that to get to that. She is your great benefic. And this means that she can bring gifts. She can bring, it's very social energy, a love for learning and communicating. So this means that she can she can make you feel like it's okay, like everything's good and there's nothing to be overly concerned about in terms of sharing kind words. This is sibling energy. This is peers. This is neighbors. This is coworkers. This is digital and online. Okay. So the Venus can bring good news. It's a possibility. And touching on your Chiron, Venus can help. Venus can help that relationship with that strong feminine energy that you have in your chart, that square stuff. Venus can come along and hopefully, because she is your great benefic, hopefully help resolve some of that stuff if it's still lingering for you. Um, so partnerships, you have a partnership right here, Juno at 26. You see that? And that means Venus is going to be right on that. The only thing that concerns me is Algo, ALGO, is right here. So I'm hoping this is like stuff that Venus comes here all the time, right? Once a year. So this isn't like a big deal, but it's just that you had Uranus actually working all of this for a long time for you. Yeah. But Uranus brings things. Sometimes we need shocks and surprises. Sometimes we need disruptions for things to get, like, for the crystallized patterns to get shattered. And then that can make, you know, great advancements, but like it can accelerate them. They can happen really quick. And hopefully that worked out that way for you. But again, Venus is your great benefic. Hopefully she brings you some good news. It can be money and finances because it's Venus, literally. And so hopefully it's a gift that if somebody brings a gift, hopefully it's something like cha-ching. Hopefully it's like money in the bank. So this South Node, let me jump real quick forward because you're going to have the South Node on your descendant. And then South Node's right there. That's the last thing I'm going to mention here real quick. This South Node on your descendant. So our descendant is relationships, significant one-on-one relationships. We have Venus in Leo at this time. Venus is fun in Leo. She wants romance. She wants to play. She's not a real serious Venus, like long-term relationship. She's a real flirt in Leo energy. She's so playful. She's so fun, and very dramatic. Wants to be entertained, wants to be entertaining, wants to go shopping. So when the South Node, and I'm mentioning this because we're talking relationships, relationship energy. So the South Node and the North Node, really, they're both on your ascendant and on your descendant. The thing here that you'll be working with is that this would be a good time to work with networking and meeting people because the South Node can bring like a superpower. So because your ascendant and descendant are at 0, this is an extreme degree. So this may bring about like a powerful time where you're refreshing partnerships, refreshing your image, updating your goals, things with health and day-to-day routines and possibly work. You may notice some confidence because it's the South Node. It brings the superpower to it. And so you want to just, I don't know, pay attention to like reoccurring themes, chance meetings, or ideas that keep resurfacing because this can help guide you. These would be like the signposts along the way that tell you, yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. So this is this time. This is June. Okay. I am sorry. I probably didn't say June right off the bat. And to be specific, you're going to notice, let me see if there's other planets here at this time for you. I'm going to say June 6th, maybe a little bit before, but the whole month of June. Pay attention to opportunities within partnerships, within communication, opportunities for you to kind of, like I said, give yourself a refresh because Pisces on the ascendant, it can also be that theatrical. You're like, this is the actor, so we can change how we look. We can be, we can be playing different roles at any time. And Just remember what I talked about in terms of establishing safe boundaries for yourself because you have a Cirrus here at 26 in Pisces as well. Pisces tends to just, they're that sponge. And so other folks sometimes might get too close. And until Pisces has learned how to establish physical boundaries and energetic boundaries, it can be tricky. It can be tricky. So we're going with June 6th all the way to July. July. Wow, you've got till the middle of July where you've got this time of self and partnerships. And you'll have Uranus really, really in your fourth house. So relationships and talking and communication and new is really supported because Uranus is fast. It's like a lightning bolt, but it's different and exciting. And I want to do different and new. I want to talk about it. I want to think about it. I want to learn about it. Technology is highlighted here. I said it's in your third. It's not in your third. It's in your fourth house. At 4 degrees, it still will be in your third, though. Yeah, so for that, I was right. That whole timeline, that June all the way to the middle of July, yeah, because your fourth doesn't begin till 11 degrees. So you're good. So new and exciting is on the menu for you. Communications, partnerships, personal and professional. And you're another person, another interesting timeline, but you don't have anything around that 4 degrees, 4 or 5 degrees. Okay. So I hope that helps. I hope it makes sense. And she said, I am the boss. Yeah, you don't need to tell me. I see that you're the boss. All right, so let me save that. That means this is your chart. If it sounds like you said you're the boss. You got a lot of objects there. Okay, next. Who's next? Hello, 23, Lanny and Sybil and Jennifer and oh, Gemini Rising Outlook is here. What's going on, Gemini? It's been a long time. How are you doing? All right, so we do readings, and let me get this to show up real quick until I can figure out who's next. Let me go check my email. And see where we're at with that. Yeah. Okay. So, yes, people tell me their life story all the time. My home is my business. Traveling freedom is everything. I work hard and play hard. I was a late talker. I had to go to speech therapy. Okay, well, isn't that awesome to see it in your chart though? Like I know when there's because that shit can be traumatic, right? But when you can see it, it's like there's nothing wrong with me, because sometimes we take things and we just feel like, you know, and Taurus energy in nature, just so everybody knows, because it rules the throat. I mean, I've so many people with Taurus energy, late talkers, but you have that extra Chiron stuff there in the third house of speaking. And no, it was your chart. That's just the way you came in, plain and simple. Thank you for sharing all that. Okay, so let me go backwards a little bit so I can double check. Oh, you are welcome, Mr. Reborn. Thank you for saying thank you. And I was nodding in acknowledgement. Great. Thank you. Gideon from West Africa. What's going on, Gideon? Hello, West Africa. Thank you, Crispy. Okay. So Kells. Yeah, Kells, are you still here? Jupiter is your benefic. Okay. I'm just seeing all this now because I'm looking at the chat. Saturn, Mars on my Chiron. Woo. Ooh, I'm sorry. MCP. McP. Kel said, I'm so excited. My last reading a few years ago has become a bit of reality. Oh, Kels, I'm sorry. I have no effing clue what that reading was. I'm assuming you meaning a reading I gave you. It's been a while. man, I think I've lived like 5 lives there since that time. I have no idea. Seriously. I wouldn't even know. All right, so I'm just gonna keep scrolling down. I don't see any more digits. So, okay, there are some digits. So I've got someone here. Um, yeah, if Kel's okay, Kels, I'm kind of seeing Dallas, Texas, 1031. Kels, are you here? Let me put that for myself. I also see kinder person. Are you here? I see your digits. You said you don't have a birth time, so then we'll give you a noon time. Um, okay, so I think I'm at the right spot. Let me see if these people are here. Yeah. Yeah, this is live. Holy crap. Someone said, are we live? Really? Sinister Days says, I did send a Cash App. Oh, well, let me go check because the emails come right through when that happens. And let me see. Sinister Days. Did you do that today, Sinister Days? Let me see. Oh, you might have a different name. I'm sorry. Tell me, is it got you? I see you. I see you. Sinister Days, I didn't even see you in the thing because I've been reading charts. I got it. I see you. I'm glad you wrote down Sinister Days. That's how I know. Okay, Sinister Days, are you still here? But yeah, there were people in front. But if they're not answering, then yeah, I'm just going to go to people that are here. You know how that works. Yeah, the chat is the cue, folks. You have to get in the chat. You have to say hello. You got to put your birth digits in. You got to give me one word as to what you want me to look at. If you don't do that, then you will get whatever comes to me, like whatever you're supposed to hear, or whatever I'm supposed to say is really like the way I say it, because I don't know what the hell you're supposed to hear. I just say what comes through. Like, who the hell am I? Like, well, this is what you need to hear. 23 Lanny. Happy day, y'all. Well, that's nice, right? Yeah, we're probably delayed. There's always a delay. All right, Sinister Days, let's get you up here. East Chicago. Indiana, I know where that is. What's going on, Sybil? Well, hang around. I'm going to get Sinister Days on here. Sinister Days, free readings, but if you send a channel gift, I spend more time and you get, yep, I spend more time on your chart. Sinister Days, let me see if you're in this new software. We're in this new room, this other thing, and we got this other. Oh, I do. Good. Great. Thank God. That means you've been here recently. Well, in the last couple of months at least. All right. So, Sinister Days, did you say what I'm focusing on? Nothing particular, just whatever you see. I appreciate that, Sinister Days. Thank you for letting me know that. That helps so much. All right. So, the way this works. All right. Aries ascendant, Taurus moon at 3 degrees. Man, like Taurus energies is coming in strong tonight. Oh, you've got that Venus at 29, conjunct that Uranus energy. I know this chart. Hold on a minute. I need a tissue. Where the hell did my tissue go? Oh, my Lord. I don't have a tissue? Really? Hell? What did I do? Oh, Lord. All right. 1 second. Water wouldn't be a bad idea. Okay, I'm back. All right. Okay, Sinister Days. So your sun is really jumping out at me. 9th house. Why is that? Let's see. The future, your sun is at a money degree, values. Yeah, and that's what's jumping out. So, uh, okay, yeah, your Jupiter is your thing. Okay, that's good to know. So you just had the sun trining your sun 3 days ago, probably a few days before. Might have been tricky though, because you also have Chiron trining your sun exactly right now. Maybe that's what this is about. Values, self-worth, maybe, possibly. Chiron talks about wounds. Let me see your natal Chiron. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah. All right. It's all connected. Look at that. Chiron, values, love, money, self-worth in the first house in Taurus. Okay. So that kind of energy tells us that our values are there's so many things as who we are as people, where we bring value, where we are valuable and we bring value to the table. And a lot of the beautiful things about Taurus energy is its ability to be it really takes care of people that it cares about. Like and it does a good job. It can be quite protective even, especially since you have a Taurus moon. And we know all the keywords for Taurus, right? It's dependable, reliable. It's all into the food. Things should be, it's creative, but it's calm. It's that energy that people like to be around because it can provide some stability. And man, do people need and want stability right now, because everything is, yeah, it's just chaotic times. Chaotic times. So your Chiron in general, and I don't know if I've ever spent time on this with you, but it just talks about values and experiencing, because it's a wound there. And this is just out of the software. I don't know you, so I don't want you to feel like I'm pointing a finger at you. It talks about a lack of self-worth. And sometimes people overcompensate for that, like, money and possessions, or needing to buy things to feel good. Like a Taurus moon might be that too. I can totally relate. And I'm really not a collector of things. I'm really kind of a minimalist actually, but I do notice that when I make a purchase, I notice the feel that it gives me, and I'm like, "Holy shit." I'm like, I'm really fortunate. You know, I'm not like I gotta have these, shoes and purse, and, I'm not like that at all, thank God. Very earthy energy. So there's a lot of ways, that we may find, um to nurture ourselves. And this is saying that with a wound there, people tend to do it with money and possessions. And it also speaks to a possibility of detrusting, is that even a freaking word? Mistrusting our own body. Like there's a distrust about our body, or feeling that our body might not even be beautiful, because beauty is big with Taurus energy. It's really big. And all I know is that beauty is such a surface thing and a very subjective thing. And so many times, especially having it in your first house, um, there just might be a physical, a mental, an emotional, um, area of your life in terms of appearance, in terms of that your own appearance or your idea of love and beauty and self-worth all being connected. And so yeah, there might be just work you need to do for yourself. And maybe you've already done it. Maybe this is water under the bridge and you've already gone through this. But just know that in your chart, having your sun also at 26 is also another emphasis on love and values and money. And am I valuable? Because my sun is me, how I stand out. And publishing, ninth house, right? Being the teacher, the preacher, the sage, even. Um, yeah, very, very like a spiritual energy, but my freedom, my independence being really important, and valuing all these things, and just different belief systems, and being able to have the ability to explore all of that and possibly publish different philosophies on life. You follow? And like, who doesn't want to make money off of those things? So if we're not able to do that, then it would really go ahead and trigger these old wounds. So just understand there's a lot of deep connections, like one thing is connected to the other. And it doesn't help that this freaking Chiron right here is trining. And some people would say, but it's trine, so it should be good. Well, sure, it can be good. Like you might be able to be talking and teaching and preaching about wounds, right? And how you've taken the wounds that you've had and you've elevated them, how you've processed them, and how you've come out on the other side, right? Like that's usually like what people end up doing with that energy if they're conscious and working on it. So you may already be there, and I might be telling you something you don't even know, right? Or I might be telling you something you already know. But the other thing is that Venus at 29, because that is also that Venus at 29 in the shared values and partnerships. Again, this can be business partnerships. That Venus rules this Taurus energy over here. So she's got a lot to do with your moon and your Chiron that's there and those wounds. And you have a Venus, we got Venus in Taurus right now, and the freaking moon is here. Look at this, guys. It's a big Taurus energy night, right? A lot of Tauruses that came here tonight. We got Venus and the moon together, conjunct. And I want to tell you, you have this point right here that's called Hygeia. And she gives us a health report card. Yours is in Taurus, and it's at 24 degrees. So this can be publishing and creating. This can be entertainment. This is behind the scenes energy. And this talks about health being important to you because it's in your first house. So your body being important to you as well. There may have been childhood illnesses. There could have been things that you just went through in childhood where you were made hyper aware possibly of health in general. So valuing it and that connection is even a bigger deal than what I already spoke about because Hygeia is here. But we have Venus and the moon who are going to be touching on Hygeia here. So Venus for you is not your great benefic. Jupiter is, but that's okay. Venus can still be, she's pleasant. She's sociable. She brings gifts. She usually brings kind words, right? She usually wants to be bringing peace and harmony. Like that's a lot of that Venus energy. So yeah, whether it's food and clothing, right? Getting hair, nails, just whatever, anything that has to do with beauty. And that could be nature. I know I said it already, but these would be things that if we're not feeling good, or if we're, whether it's a mental thing or an emotional thing, Venus being on your Hygeia can remind you of the past and things that worked, things that helped. I know for me right now, a big deal has been having Neptune in Aries. It's been huge. It's been huge for me using sound to like just recalibrate every freaking day, like first thing in the morning, and not just any old music, like being very specific to what I'm hearing and listening to. And this is sound, by the way, this Hygeia that you have here at 24, that's that Pisces degree. So music and sound and imagery, poetry, even really creative energy. So maybe it's more of a health report card that has to do with your ability to be creative or to be a creative. But again, remember the whole thing about the wounds in the past and the values and what they were based on, and that your sun even focuses on that too. And your Mercury moon, which is what you have because it's at 3 degrees, is talking, writing, and communicating and sharing. So I'm just taking a look at your midheaven here. These are at 5. Do you have anything? You have Jupiter at 8. Okay. Let me look over here real quick. Okay. So I don't know if this is the case, but if it is, if there's something that's not moving along as fast as you would like for it to move, like it's dragging its feet, this Pluto, it's going to be a minute. This Pluto begins a retrograde. In May at 5 degrees and 30 minutes, actually. So it's not going to get to 8 degrees until 2027. And that's going to be important because your great benefic Jupiter is at 8 degrees in air down here. So contracts and your Jupiter can be the law for sure, because you have a Jupiter and Libra energy. But contracts and significant one-on-one relationships. So for whatever's going on for you, when this Pluto gets to that 8 degrees, and again, that's pretty far out, this will be a big change. It should present opportunities, equality, justice, fairness. And if you are dealing anything that has to do with courtrooms, lawyers, this might be something very beneficial for you because it's your Jupiter, which is your great benefic, getting aspected, having a conversation with powerful Pluto. Really powerful energy. Oh, that is not even going to happen in 2027. Yeah, I wasn't thinking clearly. It takes a while for it to get to 8 degrees because it's got to go through another retrograde. So yeah, that's actually, that's a little bit further out. That's in 2028. I know. It's like we could just, that's way the hell out there. Way out there. But the 9th house, of law, of teaching, of learning, of preaching, of traveling. Yeah, this is traveling. So for sure, when Pluto gets there, if that's something you're looking to do, your 6th house of health will really be lit up at that time. Because even Jupiter, even the the transiting Jupiter up in the sky will be there. Woo! That's a big deal. Wow. Yeah. That is some big stuff. So I hope all that made sense. I felt like I was kind of going around, I don't know, in a lot of different ways, but I hope that makes sense for you. Hope it all ties in to relevant things. But if there's something big you're working on and waiting for, your great benefic gets aspected in 2028. Okay, I'm a Sag Sun rising and Taurus Moon, Gemini. Okay, that's great. I'm glad you know that. That's awesome. Did you put your digits in? Let me go check the thing and let's see what time. I don't even know what time it is. Oh crap! It's 9:49. All right, we got time for one more. We got time for a quickie. Yeah. Hey, Lou S is here. What's going on? How is the weather there? Oh, you must be talking to somebody else. Let me see who was next. Sinister days for me when you get there, just whatever you. Okay, we did that. Kelly said I sent a Cash App at 9:33. What? Well, you must have sent it to the wrong person, Kelly. Yeah. I'm reading all through them, and Cash App didn't notify me anything. So, I hope you might want to refund that. You might want to put a cancel on that because that means you paid somebody, but it wasn't me. It's not here, unless the computer's not, unless it's deceiving me, unless my emails aren't reading stuff right. Nope. The last email I had was from Christy, and that was that was a bit ago. So, Kels, I don't know who you sent your stuff to. Wasn't me. Okay, so I'm just going to see if we got anybody with, all right, so I'm right. Let me keep scrolling. The East Chicago one. Is that one person still here? That was the last thing I talked about before I started doing that reading. That would be Sybil. Is Sybil still here? Sybil says May 12th, 1974, 11:39 a.m., East Chicago, Indiana. Wow. Interesting, right? Sibyl's still here. Murphy, 6682. Woohoo. Okay, Sybil, let me get this in there. So you can't do mine now? Kelly. Kells. Yeah, Kells, I did call your name before I read the other chart, and you didn't show up in the chat. You didn't answer anywhere, so I went to the next person. But just so you know, because I see what you're saying right there, no Cash App was sent, so we don't have to, you know. But as far as your chart, of course I can do your chart. But yeah, I've got 7 minutes left. I end in 7 minutes. So you can come back on Tuesday if you want to do that. If you want to, see where you sent the Cash App. I don't know who got it, but it wasn't me. And then I can give you, what you're looking for. Does that make sense? Do you want to do it that way? Yeah, it's okay. I just, I know things can get confusing, but I try to do the best I can with all that we got going on here. So Mark Williams sent stuff. I didn't. Mark Williams. So where are you at, Mark Williams? Well, we've got. Oh yeah, we got to have it all. Where did the Sybils go? She had all of it together, which, yeah, when you have it all together like that, that makes it faster. And yeah, you just got to have it all packaged together. And if I don't get to you tonight, come back on Tuesday. Next Saturday. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that the last Saturday of the month? I think the next Saturday is the private lives. All right, let me do this real quick look at this chart really quick here, and then I can give the details of all that to be sure. But yeah, time and dates. I'm really like as far as is next Saturday the private lives. Like my brain is like, okay, is it 1974? Very good. And 11:39 a.m. Awesome. Are you still in East Chicago, Sybil? East Chicago was not. The hell did I spell this shit wrong? I did. I'm like, don't tell me these places don't exist when I know they exist. Come on now. I had it spelled wrong. Okay, have you seen your chart before? This is what I have. If I could just get that on here. Yeah. So I have a Leo rising, May 12th, 1974, 11:39 a.m., East Chicago, Illinois. 12 degrees Leo rising. And your moon is 3 degrees of Aquarius. Ooh, Aquarius astrology. At 3 degrees, learning. Ooh. So, Sybil, do you know your chart? Do you know if you're a 3 degrees Aquarius moon? 359, almost a 4 degrees. And yeah, wow. Oh, your vertex is at 23 in Gemini and 23 in Sagittarius. Your node is at 19 in Saggy. Okay. Uranus at 24. You have a retrograding Pluto. Oh. So let me guess. You know little astrology, right? Have you looked at your chart before? No. Okay. Well, it might be time to start. Murphy just emailed me. If you need to get in touch with me, send me an email. Yeah, I'll just put it in the chat. I mean, it's in the chat a couple of times already, but okay. So I see no. Okay, no, yes. So, um, are the no's no, and then a yes? Does that mean you've never seen your chart before? All right. So I don't know if you've seen your chart. I don't know if this is your chart, but Taurus Sun. You see this, guys? How many things have we seen in Taurus so far tonight, right? This person's got a Taurus Sun at 21 degrees. You see that? Mm-hmm. A May 12th birthday, too. Wow. Ooh, Mars in Cancer and Saturn in Cancer. Oh, okay. And the Mars is in your 12th house. And Mars is your great malefic in your chart. Jupiter is your great benefic, which is like, Jupiter brings you the good in your life. Mars is the challenges. It brings you the not so good. But Jupiter at 13 degrees, me, myself, and I, starting stuff new, exciting, adventure, big, travel, big, Pisces. This, though, is in your 8th house. So this can be quite psychic energy, connecting to the other side, intuition, Jupiter in the 8th house. But you'd have to be cautious. You might be hearing a whole lot of things and not know which is what, because it's Jupiter and Pisces in the 8th. You got Juno right on the 8th house cusp line. This is the place of shared values and money. So are you still there, Sybil? Yeah. Like I said, not sure if this is your chart. You get the number 8. Yeah, pretty big deal. You do have some, if this is you, okay, then that July thing you guys heard me talk about all night long and everybody's chart, nobody had anything. You have an object at 4 degrees and it's your own natal Pluto, which means you already had Pluto training your natal Pluto in relationships, talking, communication, writing, possibly contracts, business and trade, right? But significant relationships, they can be love relationships, but also professional, lawyer energy, a mixture. It doesn't have to be just like lawyer stuff, but that can be part of it. So you had a Pluto trine Pluto, and Pluto's going to do a retrograde, and that's when you're going to feel this Pluto trine Pluto, which means change easily happens. And it will go over your moon. Yeah. So you didn't live through the Pluto retrograde over your moon yet, though, but you will this time. Okay. So that means a change in home and family and possibly friends, friends that feel like family, friends that possibly you work with that feel like family. This can also be siblings, though, but it is group energy because it's Aquarius. But there's change happening here. And these would be, significant relationships. But home comes up in multiple ways here because we're talking moon over here, and this Pluto is at the moon degree. So, real quick, we're just going to get there, and then we're ending this because it's the pumpkin has just rolled up. I have to get in it. Not that I'm Cinderella or anything. Yeah, my luck, I've got a gourd, not a goddamn pumpkin. I got one of those really funky gourds that are all weird shaped and shit, and they got all those spots on the outside of them and all the bumps and shit. That's what rolled up for me. So 420, 428. Okay, so it begins in July, mid-July for you. And I have July 18th. So I would even say like 5 days before, okay? You'll start feeling it. The change. It's psychological because it's Pluto. This can be home and family. But again, home, family, and sibling energy and communicating and talking keeps coming up here. And Pluto represents not just change, but deep changes, like at the root level. Let me look across the way and see what we have, anything there. So I told you Jupiter was your great benefic. It's funny how your Venus and Jupiter, okay. Yeah. See this? Neptune at 4 degrees? That's what I was talking about with everybody else, how this is a big deal for folks. See the Juno, the important relationships here? Yeah. Neptune means things can disappear. And it doesn't mean like, presto changeo, they've disappeared, or that somebody's dead. Although it can be that, sometimes people can be gone out of our lives. But it can also just mean, somebody may have to go travel or be gone for a while, like they've ghosted you or something. It can be kind of like that too. Again, it has to do, same thing, home and family, history in the past, significant one-on-one relationships. But again, in the house of significant partnerships, business as well. Okay. So you have a lot of change, and you have Neptune and Pluto that are significantly aspecting your natal Pluto. So I would say that change happens easily, and it might not even be a surprise when it happens. There might even be a little bit of, you've kind of expected it, even though, even if you didn't have this reading. But look, everything's at 4 that I've talked about. Look where Jupiter is, your great benefic. Especially, Jupiter's not a super fast mover. So it sits at the 4 degrees. It's got like, I think, a week. So there it's already at 2 degrees. And there it's at 4. But the 4 is important. This is your great benefic, and it sends a beneficial sextile to the relationship energy, to your Pluto energy, communications, sales. So I don't know, like, if you do speaking or teaching or selling for work, anything with contractual energy, even Uranus up in the sky is at 4 degrees at this time. It's like a big Merkaba energy that travels around the chart. And so things just, change happens fast when we have this kind of energy. So I'm trying to see if you have anything at 4 degrees up there in Gemini. What do you got in Saggy? Nothing. Okay. So that's just going to bring a sextile. But the Mercury's going to, it's retrograding over your Mars energy. All right. I don't know if you're planning on moving house, changing siblings, partnerships, but change is on the menu for you. So again, mid-July, and Jupiter will be hanging around to provide. Jupiter can provide protection, and it's there with you till the 22nd of July. It's probably gonna, oh no, because it's Pluto, so it's got to be pretty much on the 4 degrees. Yeah. Okay. So like July 18th to the, what did I say, the 22nd? Yeah, because once it moves to the 5 degrees, it's, okay. So beliefs about the future comes up. Might have something to do, possibly, if it's not specifically. Yeah, I don't want to speak without looking further, but just expect some big stuff. And even if it's not to the degree where you're seeing physical changes, I think it's really just more focused on people changes, even if it's just the way you communicate or way they're communicating with you. Because things are retrograding, which means they're going to go forward, then they're going to go backwards yet again. So home and family and sibling energy is strong. And when I say home, that can be mom, that can be property. That's all part of this. All right. Yeah, July definitely, Lou. Going to be quite the month for everybody. Yeah, quite the month for everybody. Okay, so we are ending. And I want to say thank you for everybody who sent a channel gift. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. Truly never take it for granted when people come here for help, when people come here to get a reading, and especially when people give their hard-earned money. What I do here, I take very seriously. And it's really to try and provide help while at the same time making sure that, you know, I can keep doing this. So we'll be back here again, usually every Saturday. However, we've made changes on the channel. So 2 Saturdays out of every month, we do an astrology class. And then the other Saturday, we do a same thing we're doing tonight, but we do it privately. And when we do it privately, that's always the last Saturday of each month. The private lives are the last Saturday. The one for this month is already full, so you can't get in on that because I keep it very small. It's very intimate, very private. It's very small. So if you want to do something like that, if you're interested in something like that, send me an email, okay? So that you can get in on it because, again, I keep them limited seating is available on those. All right. And then the second Saturday of every month, we do astro class. That's what we do. So I've been trying to do Tuesdays. I don't know why Tuesdays. They just seem to work out. Tuesdays, I throw in an extra live stream too because I just haven't been able to reach everybody. This way, more people can get their chart looked at. All right. So that's it. I think we're done. You got questions? Send me an email right there. Allastrology. Pay attention to the spelling. It's not spelled the same as it is on the channel. You see, it's EE at the end instead of a Y. So sometimes I think people send the email to the wrong address, but communicate to me, serious inquiries only, and we're done. Thank you, everyone, and I will see you. I'll see you when I see you. Take care.